The year is 1812. Napoleon's Grande Armée, once Europe's most powerful force, is broken, retreating not from battle but from Russia itself. The snow falls endlessly, the wind howls. This is no longer an army, but a crawl of ghosts. Men who dreamed of glory now dream only of bread, of fire, of warmth. Hope, once a roaring fire, is now a dying ember smothered by endless snow. Imagine a soldier, Jean. He marched in with pride. Now he's wrapped in rags, feet bound in scraps, eyes hollow. Around him men stare at the white horizon, silent, suffering, stripped of dreams. The grand vision of conquest is gone. Only survival remains. The cold is a relentless enemy, more terrifying than any cannon. It steals feeling, brings death in sleep, and silences the world. Morality and brotherhood crack under the pressure of survival. The mind, like the body, begins to freeze. This is more than defeat. It's psychological collapse. The army is losing not just men, but its humanity. Each sunrise brings new horrors. The soldiers witness the death of comrades, ambition and spirit. Scars are carved deeper than any wound from sword or musket. The retreat from Russia is not just a military disaster. It's where the modern understanding of war trauma is born. The rules of the world are suspended. Survival is all that matters. The march becomes a nightmare, a frozen hell. Hope has died, buried beneath the Russian snow. Months earlier, these men were conquerors, following Napoleon, dreaming of glory and medals. Ambition drove them across Europe, believing they were part of history. The invasion of Russia was to be their crowning achievement. But the Russian winter shattered that vision. The goal became simple: survive until sunrise. Soldiers who once debated strategy now fought for scraps of food. The hero's journey devolved into a desperate scramble for existence. This fall from ambition to survival was a profound shock. Despair poisoned the army's soul, breaking discipline and order. Men deserted, not to escape the enemy, but to find bread. The proud soldier was gone, replaced by a starving animal. The world shrank to immediate suffering. The dream of glory was dead. Only survival remained, buried under the snow. At first they were brothers in arms, sharing food and hope. Compassion was the glue that held them together. But as the retreat worsened, empathy became a luxury. Self-preservation overrode everything. Soldiers walked past fallen comrades, knowing to stop meant death. The army became a collection of individuals, each fighting for his own life. Trust vanished. A man with bread or a warm coat became a target. The social contract broke. Men stole from the dead, abandoned friends. Every man for himself became the law. To survive, they numbed themselves, shutting down empathy. This emotional armor protected them, but left deep, lasting scars. The death of compassion marked the birth of trauma. Some horrors defy imagination. At the Berezina River, the Grande Armée was trapped. Engineers built makeshift bridges as chaos erupted. Thousands surged forward, many crushed or pushed into the icy water. In desperation, the living used frozen bodies to build a path. Men walked on their fallen comrades, not out of malice but pure survival. The mind disconnected from reality. Bodies became material, not people. This was the ultimate psychological breakdown, a point of no return. Witnessing or participating in this left wounds that never healed. The Berezina became a symbol of the army's collapse, a monument to lost humanity. Survivors carried the memory as a silent scream. The horror transcended war. It was something else entirely. The abyss stared back, and part of them was lost forever. The cold and hunger were constant enemies, but another terror haunted the retreat: the Cossacks. These Russian cavalrymen struck from the snow, vanishing as quickly as they appeared. Masters of hit and run, they preyed on the weak and isolated. For the exhausted soldiers, the Cossacks were a source of relentless fear. Unlike battle, there was no defense, only paranoia. Every shadow hid an enemy, every sound a threat. Sleep brought no escape. Nightmares jolted men awake. The mind, battered by constant fear, began to break. The Cossacks became a symbol of merciless war, wolves picking off the weak. There was no safety, no rest. The fear of the Cossack lance became a permanent scar. It echoed in nightmares long after the snow melted. For those who survived, the war was not over. It raged inside their minds. They returned home, changed, haunted by memories they could not share. Nightmares and flashbacks dragged them back to the frozen plains. Rage and depression shattered their lives. Numbness kept them from feeling love. Alienated, they wandered like ghosts among the living. Many turned to alcohol, relationships crumbled. They survived Russia, but part of them remained lost in the snow. The retreat revealed that the deepest wounds are invisible. The war after the war was the hardest battle of all. The trauma of 1812 changed our understanding of what war truly costs.